Welcome, everyone, to another weekly edition of our StaySmart newsletter and podcast, brought to you by Viciniti Corporate Housing, where we try to keep you updated on what we see happening in the corporate housing, relocation, business travel, anything that we think might be relevant to you and to your company. It's a cool fall day here in Kansas City. This is going to be our last full episode. We're going to do a recap episode at the end of the year. But this is the last episode that we have. If there's anything that you'd like to see us talk about in the new year, please let us know. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the articles that we have this week. The first one comes from San Antonio. Placemakr announced that they are opening a new apart hotel. The Maverick, powered by Placemakr in San Antonio. It's an 86 unit building that's just right off the Riverwalk, and it's going to be offering short-term, mid-term, and long-term rentals. Placemakr is a tech-enabled hospitality company, kind of in the corporate housing, apart hotel space. So this is a new addition to their portfolio. So it'll be interesting to see how that does. And then we have an article from Worldwide ERC, kind of talks about short-term business assignments and how corporate housing is going to kind of fit into that. Obviously, remote work is here to stay, but there's still a need for short-term business assignments, in particular when you see manufacturing or anywhere there's job knowledge that needs to be had at the local level. You're going to see short-term business assignments, and how that could benefit corporate housing in the next year, whether that's 30, 60, 90-day assignments. That's going to be the ideal fit for a corporate housing stay. And we've seen some easing with availability in corporate housing, availability and pricing, and I hope to see this take off in the new year. So it's a good article from Worldwide ERC. And then we have some information from Redfin. They are giving their prediction up to 5% next year. And then some other takeaways, mortgage rates coming down next year. They're predicting it coming down to about 6.6%. We saw this week mortgage rates come down to about 6.95, so under 7%, ticked under 7% for the first time since August. So I think that's definitely something that we're going to see next year is mortgage rates come down. Hopefully we see the Fed reduce their rates and those come down 6.6, maybe lower 6%. We'll see. And then the changing landscape. Redfin talks about how, obviously there's been some legal cases and how the landscape's going to change next year. So some really good information from Redfin on their forecast for 2024. And then the last article we have is from the New York Times. They talk about JetBlue's attempt to acquire Spirit Airlines. They went before a judge to kind of show their case why this is why they need to do this. JetBlue, is kind of saying that they need to get up to a scale to be able to compete with the other kind of big four airlines. And then, the government's coming back and saying if you take out Spirit Airlines from the landscape, that's going to increase costs. There's less competition, so you're going to increase costs. And JetBlue saying, well, we need to do this to be able to compete with the big four. So it's interesting to see. Also, Alaskan Airlines is looking to buy Hawaiian Airlines. We haven't really seen consolidation in the airline industry for the past 10 years since American purchased U.S. Airlines in 2013. We've talked a lot on this podcast about consolidation, and this is interesting to see the airline industry trying to do this. So some good information about JetBlue's attempt to acquire Spirit Airlines. So those are the articles that we have this week. Again, if there's anything else that you'd like to see us talk about in the new year, or anywhere you would like to see us report from, please let us know. That's what I see transitioning this week. Everyone have a happy holidays and a good New Year's.